Hello, and we are live. I'm still adjusting to this new StreamYard format, but we're here, so let's get it started. On this episode of YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan, we're going to get into how to get more views with this easy hack as suggested by Nick Nimmin, and then I'll provide updates on Open Invites and Collabs. But before we get into that, welcome to YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. If you want to grow your influence through YouTube, hit that subscribe button and tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming strategy sessions. If you've joined us on the replay, welcome. Jump right in on the conversation and leave your comments and suggestions as you work your way through the replay. And for those of you who have joined us live, I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. So, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And this system has a little bit of a delay. So if it seems like I'm not right there with you, that's why. Because all of a sudden, boom, my ladies just jumped in to say hello. They jumped in all at once. I was beginning to wonder, where is everybody? So, okay. So if you're here live, like I said, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. And how you doing? How you doing? So the first one I see at the top of the list is Gigi Fasson for the Love of Decor. She's jumping in saying hello. And then, of course, there's Carol from My Blessed Nest is saying hello. And then Darcy from Organized by Darcy. And I've got Crafty Leanie joining me as well as Cheryl from MyStyleMyColours, and then Crafty Nana 6200, and Leslie from Midlife and Nailing It. So we've got quite a few people that are saying hello, and I am glad you guys are with me tonight. I tell you what, it is windy, windy, windy. The wind is wuthering around the house. I thought it was going to blow the house down and blow over the big blue spruce tree in the backyard. I just looked any minute to see it just go toppling straight over and see the roots right up in the air, because I tell you what, that thing was like wobbling in the wind, and the wind is just crazy. You will hear it while we're on. You will definitely hear it. But inside, I am toasty warm. So I'm appreciative of that. And then I've got water tonight. All I've got is just plain old water. So what you sipping on? Inquiring minds want to know. What you sipping on? And let's see if I can find. Nope, can't find the emojis on this new platform yet. So I'll just have to put in the words, because I don't see where the emojis are. So ladies, let's circle up. And in case you're new here and you're wondering, what do they mean by circle up? That means we're going to take care of some business. And I tell you what, I was really excited when I watched the video assignment for tonight. But before I get into that, let's back up just for a little bit. Waiting for you guys to tell me what you're sipping on. And like I said, I just got water. So you guys are finding your circles, your little red circles. So everybody's circling up but me. I can't seem to locate the emojis on here. But let's see what people said they have. So quite a few people have got quite a few things going on. So we have, hey, we've got Karen from Maynard Mom. She just jumped on. I missed her when I was greeting everyone. And so Leanie is just like sending us emoji hellos and saying hello, lovelies. And Gigi Fasson threw in her circle up. And then Andrea Mason at the Queen's Court has joined us as well. And then Leslie at Midlife and Nailing It is with us as well too. And then I missed Biology. Hey V, it's good to have you with us as well. And then there is Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life. And Wendy, always busy. How you doing, Wendy? It's always good to have you with us as well. So people are jumping on, and we're going to go ahead and kind of get into today's topic. And I'll quit being sorry that I can't figure out how to get circle in. I will work it out. We'll sort that out over the next few days. So, okay, so in today's strategy session, there's a couple of things. First of all, questions that I want to make sure we address every week. And I got these questions from Sean Kennel, and he says, what do you need to start? What do you need to stop? And what do you need to continue? What do you need to start? What do you need to stop? And what do you need to continue? I need to spell continue right. Now, Mary from Rocky Mountain Garden has just joined us. So, hey, Mary, it's good to have you with us. But we are going to come back to these questions every week for the next few weeks. What do you need to start? What do you need to stop? And what do you need to continue? And one of the things that I realized I need to start doing is looking more at my analytics. Now, I look at analytics every week, so to speak, but I only look at certain ones. I look at some of the vanity metrics, such as how many subscribers have I gotten, if there's been a change, what's my revenue, my estimated revenue, my watch time, which is important, a number of views, and all that kind of stuff. I look at those metrics. If I don't look at them every day, I look at them every other day just to kind of stay on track, because as Peter Ducker says, what gets measured gets improved. So I look at those things so that I can improve on them as need be. So we've got Lifestyle of Laura that's joined us as well. And then we've got Joan Brody, the Thrift Queen, has joined us as well. And so everyone is just kind of greeting each other, that kind of thing. So there's that. So now back to our questions of what do you need to start? What do you need to stop? And what do you need to continue? And I really want you guys to drill down on those questions. And I can't answer those for you, but I can begin to look at those things for myself. And one of the things that I realized I need to start, as I said earlier, is doing a better job of looking at my analytics. As I said, there's certain ones I always look at. Some of them are vanity metrics. We all do a little bit of vanity metrics, but some of them are important, like watch time. Because I know if my watch time goes down, my estimated revenue goes down. And so I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the watch time and what kind of changes do I need to make. So there's that. And hey, Dee, my name twin, glad to have you with us as well. So that's one of the things that I realized I need to start. But I realized that more so after I looked at tonight's video assignment. So one of the things that we've been talking about has been how to start your videos and how to end your videos. We've been looking at that quite a bit over the past few weeks, particularly looking at the perspective of Nick Nimmin on those subjects. So as you begin to look at your calendars and you're making your plans for YouTube for the next month, for December, and for the first quarter of 2021, what do you need to start? What do you need to stop? What do you need to continue? And how can you apply the information we've been learning, the strategies we've been given about starting and stopping your videos? So there's the thing there. So there's that. So our video assignment tonight is get more views, get more YouTube views with this easy hack. And the link to the video is already in the description box. And I must say, Nick gave us more than one hack in this video. I took notes, and there must be at least 8 different suggestions that he made. So Lenny said she's got, Eileen is her name, said she's got water for her tonight as well. Okay. So before we start on tonight's session, though, let me just ask this question, and it is, who has been trying to implement the strategies we've been working with the last few weeks? Who's been trying to do that? If you guys can share with me just a little bit. Oh, and let me just say there's 17 of you guys on. If I could get 17 thumbs up, that would be great. But now, who's been trying to implement the strategies we've been talking about? We've talked about how to start your videos, meaning get right into it, get them shorter, not be so lengthy or boring, that kind of thing. And then also how to end your videos. And you end your videos by not ending your videos before you end the videos, using iCards and playlists and all those kinds of things. So there's quite a few things. So Dee at D Lovely Life says that she's been trying to implement some of those items, as well as Laura at the Lifestyle of Laura. So would you guys be willing to share what it is you've been trying to do to execute some of these strategies? And then Cheryl at iStyleMyStyle said she's working on it. And Nana said she's made 3 videos with 3 different starts. Boom! Now that's what I'm talking about. I like that. So 3 videos with 3 different starts. And I have to say, guys, this is harder than it sounds because I've been trying it too. So Crafty, let's see. Carol at My Bus Nest, she's been working on it. Gigi Fazan says she's been thinking more about it, but she's not sure if it's working. So you've been thinking more about it, Gigi, but have you actually been applying any of these new strategies, or have you just been thinking about it? Because if you're just thinking about it, but not actually applying it, it's not going to work. So help us clarify that. Okay. And then, let's see. Carol says she's been trying to keep her beginning to the point, and she cut out her little music at the beginning because she thinks it's boring. I've been trying that too. Mary at Rocky Mountain Garden says she's really jumped into her DIY video that went up on Friday. She just jumped right in it. So now, one of the things we should do is we should go over and check out each other's videos and then leave a little note and just say something like, here from the Sister Circle, I checked out your video and, I like how you did blah, blah, blah. Or I see that you're trying to blah, blah, blah. Because I tell you, this is hard. I have been trying some different things as well. In my last 2 videos, I tried to avoid language that indicated that I was finished. Because you guys know how I do when I'm at the end. I'll say, so now doesn't this dish look great? Or this dish is delicious. I do my little taste test and say how good it is or whatever. And then I will, sometimes I'll give the question of the day before I give the taste test or somewhere in the middle. Sometimes I give it at the end, and then I'll say, and just so you know, so everybody knows I'm wrapping up. So as soon as I do that, my husband and sister click off. So there's that. Joan Brody at the Thrift Queen said she always jumps right in, said she never did like intros. Now, Biology said she was told by many not to remove her intro music. Well, okay. So check out your statistics and see how things are going. And then Carol says she's been careful with her wording at the end and don't give a clue that it's over until it's over. And then she's been putting up words like stay to the end for a special announcement. Carol, I've been trying that too. I tried that in my video where I did the turkey breast. And there were a few people that did stay until the very end because I put up a note, stay till the end for a surprise. And at the very end, I did have a surprise. There was a frog in my little herb garden. And I was like, what? And so I was sharing that with people. So that was a surprise. And some people stayed to the end to watch that, and then others didn't. Darcy says she's making her intro much shorter. And then Carol will say, or she'll say, stay to the end to see how I style my thrift finds. So it sounds like what people are doing is giving their viewers a reason to stay to the end. And yeah, so that's one of the things that you'll want to do is give them a reason to stay to the end. And then Gigi says she's been trying to implement less talking in the beginning, but talking throughout the video and thinking about not giving a misleading ending. Oh, now I'm not sure what you mean about that, about not giving a misleading ending, because I don't think we should do that at all. But I get your point about not talking as much at the beginning. I've been trying to figure out how to do that too. Now, one of the people that I follow is Robin at Faith and Flower, and I think she does a good job of that. She really has a very interesting video style. Her video just kind of starts right in, and then in the middle of whatever she's doing, she'll say, hi, this is Robin. And you see her doing whatever she's doing while her voiceover saying, this is Robin and welcome to Faith and Flower. All that's going on during the video. So yeah, so that she does that too. And the other interesting thing about her videos is you rarely see her full body. She will do videos that are like from here down. Now, when I'm doing video, either I'm showing the whole body, I'll show from maybe the waist up, or I might even show from, let's see if I can get this off, or I might even show from here down. But I try not to cut it off like right here, because you don't want to like just cut your head off. That you don't want to do. You can go like to here, but you don't want to be here, like you just cut your head off and just your neck is gone and your head is gone. But she will show here. So like many times she'll have where you just see this much. So you see part of her face, and you see her like her from here and her neck and her all the way down, and you'll see that. So it's really quite interesting the way she does that. But that's just, you know, one of the things that she does. And then she mostly does a voiceover. So she talks throughout the entire video. Now, one of the things I noticed she started doing is every now and then you'll come up and she'll do a full face shot or a full body shot, and she's talking on camera, and then you go back to whatever it is she's doing. She doesn't like talk on camera very much. She's mostly doing a voiceover, kind of like Michelle does. Michelle mostly does voiceovers. So that's just kind of interesting. So that's how she does hers. So again, back to Gigi. She said she's been trying to implement less talking in the beginning, but talking throughout the video. And Gigi, here's the problem with that for me. Sometimes I forget to ask for the early call to action. So I was doing a video and I was trying so hard not to just like jump right in the video. So it's like, okay, in this video, we're going to make orange sage turkey breast. You know, I'm just making this up right now, but let's say that's what I'm saying. In this video, we're going to make orange sage turkey breast. So let's get it started. And then I get right into making whatever it is that I'm making, and I'm maybe talking, and it might not be a voiceover. Like if the hubby's not home, then I might have the audio on, and I'm just going ahead and I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm talking all while I'm doing it. If he's here and he's watching TV, then I'll leave the audio off and have to do a voiceover later. But when I go ahead and get started, then I sometimes forget to say, if you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan. So I'm thinking in my peach cobbler video, which if you guys haven't seen it, you guys have got to see it. I uploaded it yesterday. And I'll tell you what, that peach cobbler was so good, make you want to smack your mama. It was delicious. But I forgot to put the call to action in the beginning, because I was trying to just like get right into it and not spend a lot of time talking in the beginning. And then I was like, the video was done. I was like, oh, I never did a call to action. So now where am I going to put it in? So I had to find a spot close, probably about 2/3 of the way through the video, where it was a quiet section where I was working. So I put my call to action in there. And I just said, you know, while I was doing what I was doing, if you're new to my channel, you know, I'm this is what I do. But sometimes, like I said, I forget that. So now let's see what else we got going on. So then Carol says she will ask people to stay to the end to see how she styled her thrifted finds. And then Mary said that she likes it when Carol does that. So we know that, that's a positive response. Okay. And then Crafty Nana says a split screen sounds interesting. I must have missed something because I don't know who's talking about a split screen. Oh, Carol. She's been trying to put herself in the corner with a split screen while she's crafting. Okay, I get that. That makes sense. Yeah, that does sound interesting. And then more people are saying hello, hello. So now Michelle says, I like your teasers, Dee. I'm trying to do that. So now Dee is Dee Lovely Life. So we'll need to go and check out what her teasers are like. So wait a minute, I spelled wrong. I think it's one word, Dee Lovely Life. So Michelle says she likes her teasers. So go out and check out Dee Lovely Life and look for her teasers about her videos. So Dee says that she will try to find the funniest and most intriguing clips, and she'll use those as a teaser. Dee, are you using those at the beginning of the video or somewhere in the middle? Tell us that. Inquiring minds want to know about that. And then Viology said it's a picture in a picture. Yeah, V, you're right. It's a picture in a picture. So you can take a picture and overlay it, or you can take a video and overlay it in another video. And it's real easy to do. And Viology, by the way, I figured out how you were looking in that microwave and saying, there you are. I was like, how did she do that? But I got it figured out. So Dee Lovely Life says she does a 6-second click in the very beginning. I know what you're talking about now. So that's when you take a few of the clips from your video or something interesting and show that in the beginning, and then you have your intro. When I did my peach cobbler video, I took a few clips from different things that I was doing throughout the video, and I put those in the front with just music, and then my intro, and said, hey, this is what we're going to do, and then just jumped right in. So that is working out. So Carol says she thinks that's a good idea. Now, Eileen has another comment. She says DIY with Nadia says, stay tuned for Leo cuteness. And it seems to work. Leo is her cat. Oh, that is just too funny. Well, people love cats, dogs, puppies, and babies. So if you have any of those to kind of share, people want to see. So, okay, stay tuned for Leo cuteness, and people stick around so they can see the cat. Oh, that's too funny. So V says, just put it in the microwave. It took me a minute to figure that out, but I did. But I just thought that was just so amazing how you did that. So Carol says she did that for her lantern video that went up tonight, hoping to show enough to interest people to watch, but not too much that they don't have to watch. Exactly. You just show maybe 1 or 2 second clips from 3, 4, 5 pieces throughout the video. You show that, and that's it. And then you get into your intro. One of the people that I really like a lot is the Daily Connoisseur. I follow her. I think this is spelled wrong, but you get the idea. She does that, where she will show several clips of different interesting things that's going on in the video. And then after you watch that, then you'll get her intro, and then she gets right into the video too. So So there's that. Oh, oh, wait, I got to show this one. Got to show this one. Dee said I did a great starter clip on my compliment video. Oh, yay, yay. You know, funny thing, Dee, I used to do that all the time when I used to do plan with me videos, and I would show decorating my planner and all kind of stuff. So I would always show little clips like that in the beginning of my planner videos. Well, when I stopped doing those planner videos and started doing the kind of videos that I do now, I quit doing those teaser intros. I don't know why. So you like that clip? Well, good. But like I said, when I did that in the beginning, then I forgot to put in my call to action. So the call to action is a lot later in the video. So, but there's that. So Vialgie said she does that before her intro. So now I'm missing something. What are you doing before your intro? You're putting a teaser before your intro? Is that what you're saying? Okay. So you're doing a teaser, I think, before your intro. Well, okay. So, but that's what I've been trying to do. You know, I've really been trying to, one, avoid language that indicated that I was finished. And that is so hard to do. You know, it's like, it's so easy to say, so wasn't this a beautiful dish? Or, you know, this is what it looks like or whatever. But to just stop talking about that and then just go to the next thing. So I was working on a video tonight where I was making dinner from our preps. And so after I finished, you know, I didn't want to say, well, I said, this dinner was really pretty good. And I thought, nope, that lets them know the dinner is over. So then I thought, well, let's give a review of the different products that I used. And then I thought, so, okay, so if you want more information about this, look here, you know, like Nick does. And I tell you what, too, okay. So Biology says she put some short clips on of what is in her video. So, okay, so good. So yeah, but it's just really hard. And the hardest part is changing what you always do. Because it's easy to do what we always do. But like they say, if you want different results, you got to do something different. So, yes, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Now, Eileen says she likes to introduce herself. And she feels like she welcomes people to her YouTube family personally. And, you know, I always did that too. If you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan, and this is what I do. But lately, what I've been hearing is people don't care who you are. They want to know what you can do for them. And once they get to know you, then they want to talk more about whatever it is that you do. So, so I'm trying to trim down my message. Like, you know, I've raised 3 children and managed a home for 45 years. It's like, okay, that's my credibility or authority message, but it does lengthen how much I say. So I'm trying to do that. So let's see, what was this? So again, Eileen says she likes to introduce herself, and I'm trying to stop that. I'm trying to stop introducing myself. Now, Dee wants to know, do I use a checklist when filming? I don't. I used to use a checklist when filming because, you know, I needed to know what to include. But I've been filming so long now, I don't usually forget anything. I know what needs to go where. But maybe I need to start back to using the checklist since I'm trying to change up the format. Because before, in the format that I had been using, I would give my hook, where in this video, I'm going to make a peach cobbler or something like that. In this video, I'm going to make an old-fashioned peach cobbler. Here's my hook. Then I would give my intro. So you would see my little logo spinning around. And then if you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach traditional homemaking for today's homemakers. Then I'm introduced myself. And so if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, hit that subscribe button and tap the little bell icon. Okay, let's jump into it. So now there, I've introduced myself, whole 9 yards. Well, I'm trying not to say all that stuff. Even though I can get it done in less than 30 seconds, still, I'm trying not to say all of that. So, okay, let's see what people are saying. So we'll go back to the checklist. So So Dee is saying that she should use a checklist when filming. And yes, we should use a checklist when filming because there's always a possibility that we could forget something. And if nothing else, the checklist reminds you to try to get that thumbnail set up before you do your video and all that. So I'm not sure what's true now, Cheryl, because we moved on and we talked about a couple other things. But it could be when I said that today's school of thought is people don't care who you are until they get to know you. So now Michelle, she's talking about her cat cuteness. She said she had a great one the other day. Her cat, something with her cat. But could you put a blooper at the beginning of the video instead of at the end? Sure. Now, this is the thing, though. If you put that blooper of the cat at the beginning of the video, you're going to need to put it in the middle of the video as well. So if you do something like that, you show it at the end and you catch the cat doing something funny, people are going to laugh at it, and then they're going to expect to see that in the video. So if it's a blooper, bloopers go at the end. If it's just something interesting, then you can put it at the end and put it in the beginning as a teaser and then show it again. And I will admit to bloopers where they tend to go toward the end, some of them I have put before my end in, because one of the things that I like to do, but I'm going to reevaluate this thought process as well, is that I like to, like when I get ready to end my videos, I like to put something at the very end, kind of like the Marvel movies do, that like the people will sit there in the audience and wait after the credits have rolled because they always show something, an additional film clip at the very end of the video. I like to do that. So once you've heard my little song and you've seen my end card and you've seen my little song, well then after that, it just goes right into something else. I might give a little philosophy about something. I might show a blooper. I might show something else. On my cobbler video, I think I showed where I was eating the cobbler with ice cream and that kind of thing. So, those kinds of things. But if it's cat cuteness, you can give a teaser to that cat cuteness at the beginning and then show it again in the middle. Or show it at the beginning and then show it again at the very end too. Put it in there, but put it in there twice. If you put it in there at the beginning, you're going to want to show that cat cuteness again, because what you do at the very beginning with that cat cuteness is just a little teaser. So yeah. Oh, so Dee, you've already seen it. Something that her cat did with the frog. When she got her cats, their kittens, they were so cute. Just the cutest little kitties. Okay. So Laura's saying it's good to know, too much to remember, a checklist will help. Yes, particularly if you're changing up what you normally do. If I'm doing things the way I always do things, I don't need a checklist because I've done it so much, I know what to do and in what order. But I'm trying to improve. So since I'm trying to improve, I need a checklist so that I can make sure I get the new stuff in somewhere. So yeah, that'd be helpful. Oh, here's what Michelle said. Her cat caught a frog, dragged it in the house, and the clip was at the beginning of her video. She kind of screamed a little. Oh, she screamed because she was shocked. Oh, that's perfect. A perfect teaser for the beginning of the video, because I'm going to want to watch that video to see what the heck is going on in that house. So yes, good one. Hey, V, good to have you with us as always. All right. And then the wrap up for me has been really hard since I'm avoiding wordage that clues them in that I'm ending. But I am determined that I'm going to get that done. So one of the things that I suggest we all do, if we want to try some of these new strategies, number one, is the last 3 videos we've looked at have been videos by Nick Nimmin. I encourage you to examine the beginning and the end very closely to see how he makes that transition. And his intro is really pretty simple and pretty straightforward. It's just like, in this video, we're going to talk about the things that most YouTubers do that messes up their channel, and we're going to get started right now. And then he gets started. But at the end, it is genius the way he just finishes. It's like he just gets done. So Laura says she's been binge watching Nick's videos. But here's the thing though, Laura. What I want you guys to do is examine the beginning and particularly the ending of Nick's videos. So examine is a higher level than looking and watching. When you are examining them, you're going to take notes and say, oh, okay, here he does this, he does it that way. Oh, wait, he's done. Back that up a little bit. Now, how did he do that? That's what I want you guys to do so that you can get comfortable with that. And so I tell you what, it is hard. It is harder than you think. It's harder than you think. So Stephanie has joined us, and she said she made some changes in the beginning and the ending of her videos as well. Stephanie, isn't it hard to change what we do? It's been working for us. So we're like, well, why do I need to change? I mean, I'm doing okay. And it's not that we're not doing okay. The thing is, we want to do better. So that's the thing. So Stephanie says, she's making changes in the beginning and ending of her videos. I'm trying to do the same thing. Girlfriend, I'm trying to get it done because my goal, I would like to be at 50,000 subscribers by June of 2021. Wouldn't that be nice? Now, that's probably pie in the sky, big goal. But if you don't have a big goal to reach for, then, like, what we doing here? So that's what I like to do, because if I can get to 50 by June, then maybe I can get to 100 by December and be ready for a silver play. But now, like I said, I'm just dreaming, but I'm dreaming. So Eileen asked if I could maybe watch the beginning of her videos and let her know what needs to change. Sure, I can do that. Now, just keep in mind, I am not a YouTube expert. I've not even played a YouTube expert on a TV show. But I do study YouTube, and I'm trying to improve my craft, and I'm willing to share with you guys what I'm learning. And then I do take courses. I go to conferences, and I'm sharing with you guys what I'm learning. I don't mind doing that at all. So yeah, I'll take a peek at it. Not tonight, of course, because but yeah, maybe tomorrow I can do that. So, but Stephanie says, where's Stephanie go? Oh, Stephanie says, yes, it is hard, but after the changes, oh my goodness, she gained 100 members. Boom. Now that's what I'm talking about. She did the work, and she's got the data, the evidence to prove it. She can back it up. I made these changes and I've gained 100 members. Stephanie, I like it. I like it. Let's give Stephanie a circle up. Circle up, sister. And way to go, Stephanie. I got to type it in because I can't find my circle emoji. So, but all right. So that's great. So you guys see, when you do execute the different things we're talking about, it does make a difference. So yes. So people are congratulating Stephanie. Cows Talk. Hey, my sister from another mister. I didn't know you were here. How you doing? Circle up from Leanie. And then Stephanie's, of course, giving us thanks. But yes, we appreciate the fact that you guys try to do the things that we talk about. Because here's the thing. We are all in this together. We are all here trying to grow to the next level. For some of you, it might just be a hobby, but you wouldn't mind making just a little bit of cash at this hobby so you can pay for more stuff to do with your hobby. I was talking to someone the other day, and if you have a cooking channel, you got to buy the food to cook. If you have a DIY channel, you got to buy the stuff for the DIY. If you have a channel where you like to do tablescapes, you got to buy the dishes. So trust me, guys, you guys know, and I love to buy new dishes, but it's like I have a halt on that right now. But we have someone new. I am Veronica. Hello, welcome. You guys say hello to Veronica. She's new. I don't think she's been with us before. So hello, Veronica. And Dee says she's been watching TV differently or examining how they produce the show and content. I have too, Dee. I have too. You guys know Dee's name is Denise. You do know that, right? She's my name twin. But Dee is what she goes by. But anyway, so yes, I am Veronica. So welcome, Veronica. We're glad to have you join us tonight. But I've been looking at, not only do I look at TV shows differently, I will look at other people's videos differently, like Faith and Flower, The Daily Connoisseur. And one of the ones that I just love is Nikki at Inspired by Nikki. She does like homemaking, and she calls it elegant homemaking. And her and the Daily Connoisseur, and now Faith and Flower, they do these different little homemaking stories, each week. And I would love to do like a homemaking story on my channel. But I just don't know if that would work for me. Because you know what? Other people do, you can't necessarily do, or it might not necessarily work for you. So Cal said she made my peach cobbler and it didn't last. Girl, my peach cobbler is almost gone. There's only two of us here. I was going to put it in the freezer. Me and the hubby been eating peach cobbler every day, twice a day. So yes, it's almost gone. So Veronica's saying hello, and she hopes we're having a nice weekend. And then Creating with Miss K. Oh, Miss K, I don't think I spoke to you earlier, but hello, I'm glad you're here as well. All right. So I talked about what I want you guys to do as far as examining Nick's video. Now let's get into tonight's strategy session because I can see I've already been on for 41 minutes. So, and it really won't take us real long, but here is the thing. In his video, one of the things he really talks about when he says hacks to get more views, he really wants us to look at our analytics. It's what he wants us to do. But the first thing he says is to make sure that we are using end screens. And this is not new. He talked about using end screens in the video where he talked about how to end your video. And using the end screen just kind of helps direct your viewer to where you want them to go. And if you give them the end screen and tell them where you want them to go, they're more likely to stay on your channel and watch more of your content, which is what you want them to do. The second thing he mentioned that we should do is take a look at the audience retention report. Now, I will admit, this is not one that first one was end screens. And the second one was that we should look at the audience retention reports. And I have not looked at that one very much. I have looked at it at least once or twice. But if you think about it, I've been on this channel for a couple of years, and I don't look at that audience retention report very much. It's not one of the analytics that I've looked at, but since I was working through Nick's video and I wanted to be able to talk about it, I thought, well, you need to walk your talk. So let's see what happens. And the audience retention report was very, very interesting. Very interesting. Hi, Kay. Good to see you. And one of the things that he suggested we do is to see where people are dropping off. And I've not done that before. So I tried to look at on my peach cobbler video, but I couldn't do that one because it's too new. You had to use a video that was 4 or 5 days old so they could collect the data. So I looked at my how to roast a turkey breast video, and it was quite interesting. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But he said, take a look at our audience retention report, because when you look at the audience retention report, you can see where people are dropping off. You can see at the beginning where, like when they come on at your highest point. The other things it shows you is like for your continuous content, it shows you when you have a spike, and meaning when they really start watching something, or they watch it maybe a second or a third time, and then it shows you a dip, like when things are boring. And it was just really interesting. So Michelle says she's been doing a voiceover on her end screen, hopefully to get people to subscribe and click on videos on the end screen. So that's a good idea. So now my question is the voiceover on the end screen that you set up yourself, or is there a way that you are doing a voiceover on the ones that YouTube puts up? That's my question. And then Darcy is congratulating Stephanie on her increase in membership. But now let's back up here with Michelle. So she's been doing a voiceover on her end screen, hopefully to get people to subscribe. So you know what? As I think about that on my channel, typically when that part comes up, I'm usually done talking. So I'll have to figure that out. So Michelle says, Sophia at My Great Challenge, her end screen is fantastic. So, okay. So this is another one that we're going to want to take a look at. So it's called My Great Challenge. Is the channel, and the channel creator, her name is Sophia. She's actually from France. She married, I don't know if she married a serviceman or what, or she was here working for, but anyway, she's from France and she's married an American, and she's been living here for years, and they've got 3, I think, children, but one of her little boys is named Willie, which I thought was interesting because my husband's name is Willie. But and you can kind of hear that little bit of her French accent when she's talking about different things. And she's got a lovely channel. But Michelle is saying, though, that her end screen is great. So let's take a look at her end screen. So we're going to examine Sophia's end screen. So My Great Challenge. We're going to examine the end screen of My Great Challenge. And her great challenge is, you know, raising a family and running a house, you know, and I think it's all boys. She's either got 2 or 3 boys and the hubby. There's no girls. So it's her and then all of the other men. And then Leni is celebrating. She said she finally got monetized. So woohoo, congratulations, Leni. Congratulations on that. Yes, that's always nice. All right. So, and then we're going to examine the end screen on My Great Challenge. Okay. All right, so now back to Nick's video when he talked about where are people leaving, and that was one of the other things that I could see on the audience retention numbers. And so what I did was I went to the video analytics. So when you're on YouTube, in YouTube Studio, you've got your channel videos in a list, and then you can, when you get ready to look at that video again, you can look at edit video, you can look at video analytics, whatever, but you can go specifically to analytics for that specific video and see what's going on with that video. And that was just so interesting to me to kind of see where people jumped on and how long they stayed, that kind of thing. The other thing the video analytics tell you is where people come from. Do they come from suggested video by YouTube? Did they come from the YouTube homepage? Do they come from a playlist? It also lets you know which playlists are doing best too. So just very, very interesting, very interesting. If you've got a stagnant piece of content, that was one of them. The analytics will also show you that. And I thought it was so interesting that on mine, when I was looking at my video analytics for the turkey breast, the intro was where I had, of course, the highest engagement, and people were on after the end of the video, after the first 30 seconds. But it took a dip close to the beginning of the video when I was showing people what I was going to use, like I would, like I have a plate. Let's say I was holding out a plate like this. Let's see, where's the camera? And I was going like this, pointing to the different herbs on the plate. that's where it took a dip. That was my least engagement there. But again, I'm just talking about the herbs I'm going to use. I'm just talking and showing stuff. So that was interesting to me to see that. And then the other part was, he said, so if the video is stagnant, and that was stagnant content, I mean, I thought I was doing something, but apparently I wasn't. So I need to do something differently. So I'm thinking maybe rather than just show on the plate what I'm going to use, just as I get started, just, you know, use the different things and like talk about what I'm putting in as I do it. Because that wasn't interesting for my viewers. There was no action there and no B-roll. So I suppose what I could have done was shown the B-roll of me putting things in there. But anyway, it didn't work. People didn't like that very well. We talked last week about stopping the video before it's finished. That was another big one. And what that meant is when we wrap it up and we're not done yet. So when we either say, so isn't this dish beautiful? And we're holding up our finished dish or our finished project. Or if I say, so this tasted really good, or so that's how you do blah, 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 then they know that we're done. And so they bail right then rather than sticking around to hear whatever else it is that we have to talk about. So Michelle says her last video retention was 15 minutes of a 30-minute video. 50%, no, that's not bad. And when I have a video this long like that, I tend to get somewhere between 12 and 15 minutes too. So yeah, I agree with Stephanie. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty darn good to get that much engagement on a long video. Now, this is the thing that also made me think about it. Too much fluff at end of video. I thought, is he talking to me? Is he talking to me? Has he been watching my videos and I got too much fluff at the end of my videos? Because I'm thinking, okay, Denise, maybe you got too much fluff. So I'm looking at that. When I was looking at my roast turkey breast video, people were kind of in there for the most part. I could just kind of see they were there for the most part. And then it started to drop off close to the end, you know. So, but if that shoe fits you, just kind of think about it. Ha! Michelle asked if I told my husband that her hubby is trained to watch the whole video. I'm going to have to remind him of that again. Because what he'll say, well, I wanted to hit the like button, because he'll be watching it on his smart TV. So he'll be sitting there in his easy chair with his remote control. Now click. I'm like, wait, it's not over. He's like, well, I'm trying to find the like button. And of course, he can never find the like button. So then he's just gone. So now Stephanie says she changed what she says at the end. She no longer says who she is and you be blessed. It just goes to the end screen. So now, Stephanie, I would encourage you when you go to the end screen to have something to say on that end screen. Maybe do like I've been doing lately, and I learned this from Sunny Liturducci, and the Theology says about how to do it too, where you've got your end screen, but maybe you're up in the corner of that end screen and you're talking about something on that end screen, or you're inviting them to do something on that end screen, so that it's just not the end screen and there's no voice. You could try that. Oh, I'm missing something. Yes. Oh, and the commercials. Yes. I tell my husband, don't skip the commercials. I tell all my family, please don't skip the commercials. And when I'm watching other creators, I try to watch the commercials for them too, or at least for a little bit. So there's that. Oh, the other thing he said we should do to help with our watch time is recommend a video or playlist. So Stephanie, what I was thinking is that when you've got your end screen up there, you could just be giving your voiceover. You could just be saying so, and you could just point to the end screen if you want to learn more about blah, 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 watch this video. If you want to learn more about that, watch that one. So you might consider that if you're not talking at all. And then, for instance, to recommend a video or a playlist, give a call to action and tell them about that particular video you want them to watch. So you've got that end screen up there. Tell them you want them to particularly watch this video. So watch this video so that you can learn more about how to create these kind of wedding centerpieces or something like that. So he says it's important for us to give them the next action to take. And then the other thing he mentioned was to create videos that are related in some way. So maybe create a playlist and make it logical that the videos are like 1, 2, and 3, that kind of thing. Not that we label them like that, but that they're obviously related in content. Maybe we create a series playlist. And there is a difference between a regular playlist and a series playlist. A series playlist, you can't have any videos in that playlist that are from another channel. And I'm not sure about the other criteria for it. But the thing about a series playlist is that they're all related in some way, or they're at least in the same playlist. Like for example, my Thanksgiving 101 playlist, it's a series playlist. And then YouTube knows these videos are related, and so they will try to show them one after another in suggested videos. At least hopefully that's the plan. The other thing, so Veronica says she has a big following on Facebook. Should she share her channel? Oh, heck yeah. Share your channel on Facebook, but you have to be strategic how you do it. First of all, Facebook and YouTube don't play well together. Most people will not leave Facebook to come to YouTube. So that doesn't work much. But what you can do is maybe create a thumbnail or create some kind of a teaser, show maybe a snippet of your video on YouTube, on Facebook, and invite them to, if they want to see more, give them the link and they can come and watch your video on YouTube, that kind of thing. And Michelle agrees. She's like, yeah, share it. Okay. Oh, and then the last thing that, not the last thing, but well, the other thing I wanted to mention was pinning comments, which I learned to do that from one of my YouTube friends, and it does help. She says when you pin a comment, it allows people, it gives them a call to action to a particular video, and it's right there and they don't have to look for it. So Nick suggested give as many calls to action for a particular video as you can. So he said you give that call to action. So you're like, I want you guys to check out my how to roast a turkey breast video. So I would tell you that in the video, and then I would put that link in the description box. I would also have that same video in an end screen and say, so I want you to click here on my, or, you know, be sure to check out this video on how to roast a turkey breast. So now you've seen the end screen, and then you've heard me give the call to action. And then when you're scrolling through my description box to see what you want to buy in my Amazon store, you'll say, oh, here's a link to that video that she was talking about. Or if they get ready to leave me a comment and they see in the comment section where I've provided the link for that video right there. So you've introduced several different ways that they can find that video just to make it easy. But it's really easy in the comment section because then they can just click it and it takes them right there. It just kind of shows up. So there's something. Now, this is a great question, Kay. Kay said in editing, when adding an end screen, it shows recommended for viewer. Should we go with that video or choose our own? So here's the thing. I will always choose the end screen with two options. One is the one that I want the viewers to watch. The second one is the best for viewer. You always want to have best for viewer, and you always want to direct them to where you want them to go. So, and you can choose, and there's a way, like there's a template that has the option for 3 things. You could even do 4, but I think 4 is too many. So typically you get a template that's like this. And this one will, the first one is going to be the one you recommend. The second one is going to be best for viewer. And then over here is going to be the option to subscribe. So your picture is going to pick up here for them to subscribe, and they can click on that to subscribe. Or they can click here on your recommended video, which you told them, please watch my family favorite mac and cheese video. And that's going to be the first one, you know, that I put up there for them to see, and then best for viewer. Now, the one that you recommend, and now this is the thing that Roberto Blake says. He says, recommend people to watch your best performing video. So right now, when I put up a new video, like for example, my peach cobbler video was new. When I put that up, I want you to watch my last video. So maybe I'll click on that one. Or since it's coming into the holiday season and I'm pushing my holiday playlist, I want you to watch my mac and cheese video. So I will choose that one for you to watch. And then I'll do best for viewer. Now, YouTube knows which of your videos they've already seen. They also know what kind of things that viewer likes. So they will put the best of your videos before that person. So they have 2 options. They have option 1 will be the one you chose, and option 2 will be best for viewer. So hopefully that helped. So D Lovely D says she uses the most popular and then a video best related to the current one they finished watching, and it's working great. Okay. So D says she uses the most popular video and then a video that's best related to the current one they just finished watching. And that makes perfect sense too. If I did my most popular video though, let me just see. If I did my most popular video, it'd be interesting to see. I don't know. Well, okay. Right now it's the holiday season. My most popular video always is my best macaroni and cheese video. That's the one that I've got the most views on. So, you know, that would come up, that would work out fine for me now to do the most popular, and then one that's related to them. But I don't take both choices. I let YouTube make a decision, and then I make a decision. So D says she chooses the most popular and then a video best related to the current one. So if I did that, if I did my most popular one, it's my best mac and cheese recipe is my most popular one. And then my current one today is peach cobbler. So that makes perfect sense because they work together. But if I'm doing a prepping video and I'm talking about a prepping grocery haul, the most popular one is mac and cheese. And it might not be, I don't know. Well, people might still want to see that. I have to put some thought into that. Okay. But that's what Roberto says. Okay, let's see now. We've got a couple more comments that I missed. So Michelle said it's been so long since she did it the other way. She doesn't even remember the difference. Danielle, the Domestic Science, has dropped in. Hey, Danielle, good to have you with us. So Roberto said it would create more revenue and more clicks to increase money and suggested on YouTube. And yeah, that makes perfect sense. Roberta says you want to direct people to your highest paying video. He said that's what you want to direct people to, is to your video that makes you the most money. Direct them there, and that's the one you should promote. So that's why I've started promoting my mac and cheese video more, because it is my most popular video. But I have to figure out a way how to promote it always that it makes sense. See, that's the problem, is to figure out how to make it make sense. So let me try to think about that. So let's say if I'm doing my prepper pantry video and I'm showing some different preps that I've got, so I might end up saying something like, so now now everyone should have a few boxes of available macaroni on your shelf. And one of the things that you can make with that is macaroni and cheese. And you should check out my macaroni and cheese recipe here. I suppose I could do it that way. I'll have to figure it out. But you're right. That's what Roberto says. When I went to the Grow with Video conference just in September, and Roberto was one of the keynote speakers, he said, direct people to your highest money-making video, your most popular video. He said, and you will get more clicks. So yeah, and it's more suggested on YouTube. So lately, I've been directing people more to my mac and cheese video just because it's holiday time, and I have been getting more clicks associated with that. And how do I know? Because I checked my analytics today as part of the prep to get ready for this show. Because Nick said check your analytics, and I never would have looked at that particular analytic before, but I'm glad I did this time. So yeah. So Michelle says she chooses at least one that's related to the video she's posting or another video in that series or series playlist. Yeah, see, that makes sense too, Michelle. Okay. And then Karen says she heard someone say, if you like this video, I think you will like this one as well, pointing to the video on the end screen. And yeah, that's a good way to do it too. If you like this video, then you're definitely going to like this one. So check this one out as well. I like that way too. I just have to figure out how to get that segue in without letting people know that I'm wrapping up. It's hard. It is very hard to do. Oh, and this is one thing that I've been doing. I don't know. Well, according to Nick, I'm doing it wrong. And that's where you put the end screens on the last 20% of your video. Now, here's the thing about that. I've seen other YouTube gurus who say, put your end screens where you see people starting to jump off. So let's say you have people that typically jump off at about 5 minutes. Well, you might put an end screen there to give them somewhere else to go. But Nick is saying today, you should put the end screens in the last 20% of your video. So if your video is, let's say, 10 minutes, then you should put the video in the last 2 minutes of your iCards, I should say, in the last 2 minutes of your videos. And you can put in up to 5 iCards. Well, depending upon how long or short my video is, it depends upon how many iCards I will put in. But his thought is, if you put an iCard in the first 5 minutes and they click on that iCard, well, then they bailed on that video and it messes up the metrics on that video. So that one's kind of a interesting one, because it's a little bit different from what I've heard before. I've heard before that, you want to put the iCards in where people are starting to jump off, so you can kind of give them. So if you typically will have people jump off at 5 minutes, put an iCard there. If 8 or 9 minutes is another place where they tend to drop off, we'll put an iCard there. Have you guys heard something different? Tell me what your thoughts are there. So Karen, Michelle is asking Karen, should she try this? Where she says, if you like this video, I think you will like this one, and point to the video on the end screen. And Michelle is asking, should she do that? She just usually uses her generic end screen image. And I think you should. I think you should have your generic end screen image up there, but put yourself in that box in a corner, or, you know, or part of it, so that you can point to that end screen. And it's just like V said, it's just like a video in a video, or you just put a picture up there with the end screen that you want them to watch. And then there's a little, you know, just a little window of you, and you're pointing to that you want them to watch. So yeah, you want to do that. So yeah, those are the notes that I had about the video. I don't know. I got so much out of this video. Now, this video was a little longer than most of his videos. His videos typically are like 6, 7, 8 minutes. This one was closer to 12, but he had a lot of nuggets in it. I mean, a lot of nuggets in it. And Michelle said she never knows where to put the iCards. I just space them. If I've got a 25-minute video, then I'll try to put them every 5 minutes apart, you know, because then you can put in 5. But evidently there's more of a science to it than what I've known or what I've been applying. So those are just some things that we just kind of need to get figured out. So, okay. So I didn't hear Carol say, you know, Denise, you've been on 45 minutes. So it's been an hour and 11 minutes already. So let's just go ahead real quick now and take a look at the Open Invites and Collabs. And I will say I do have them already listed in the, that's what I'll just do. I do have them already listed in the description box. I did not get any new ones in this week. Yeah, I didn't get any new ones in this week. So I've already got them listed in there, so I won't go through and read them since there aren't any new ones this week. So if there's something, if I missed one, if you guys could send me an email and let me know. Is that good enough for you guys? Will that work? Yes, Carol, you are. Will that work though, you guys? That I've got them listed in the description box, since no one sent me any new ones. And I did check my email, and I checked the the comment section of last week's video, and I didn't have it in there. And let me just tell you guys, I'm struggling with something. You guys can maybe help me with this. So I've really been trying to create more engagement with my community tab. That's what they're for. And since I'm not that great with Instagram, what I'm trying to do is use my community tab to be more engaging. So to kind of show more images of things I've been working on, images related to my new videos, rather than just say, here's a video, watch it. I've been trying to show different little snippets of images from the video to make people want to watch it. Like, didn't that peach cobbler look amazing? To make people like want to watch it, that kind of thing. Okay. Okay, Eileen, we'll see you later. And Carol says she's been trying to build engagement too. Hardly anybody looks at it. Well, what I've learned, Carol, is that we've got to give them a reason to look at our community tab. And one of the things that I was told is that I was using mine all wrong, because whenever I posted a new video, I would just post the link to the video and say, here's my new video, watch it. Well, that wasn't working, but what seems to do better, and this is what I was advised to do, was to create a different image, number one, specific for the community tab. Even if it's the image that was the same thumbnail that I used from the video, I will resize it for the community tab. And one of the things that I learned from Carol at My Blessed Nest, and thank you, Carol, for telling us this, is that the size for the community tab is 500 by 500. That's the size image that you want to use. So whereas your YouTube videos is 1280 by 720, it's 500 by 500. It's a square for the community tab. So I've been trying to create images specific for that site, number one, you know, for that platform. The second thing is that I realize is that I'm trying to keep that channel specific for the TNT community. But on my community tab, I will usually post a note for you guys to know, you know, here's a link to tonight's show, because some people still have trouble finding it. Even though this is a branded channel, for some reason they have trouble finding this channel. So I usually post the link there. Well, and I thought, okay, so once a week, I've got a picture of me with the green background. So you guys know right away, you see the picture with the green background, it's for the YouTube Talk channel. But a couple of times, some of my traditional homemakers saw that, clicked on it, and ended up here. Now, it's not a problem if they're here, but it's just that I don't want it to look odd. Now, Dee is saying that Michelle does a great job with her community tab. So I'm going to check it out, Michelle, and see. I'm going to check you out. And someone else that does a great job with their community tab is the DIY Mommy. Her community tab is amazing. Her people are so engaged there, but we have to teach them to be engaged. So she will have polls and different things like that, different pictures. So yeah. So Mary says if you're taking photos on an iPhone, you can use the square for your photo. So yeah, because the photos are square. But so yeah, you can do that. But you do need a square photo for the community tab. And it's usually about 500 by 500 is the size that you upload in there. So we're going to check out Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life. She does a great job on her community tab. Oh, Danielle, thank you. So Michelle says it's the same thing that she posts as if it were Instagram. And that's what I've been trying to do, is to use my community tab as if I had Instagram. And then Danielle says if a person isn't subscribed to the host, they would miss the invite. And oh, she had a note here. She said your calendar has become more important since people are moving their invites to their community tabs. And if the person isn't subscribed to the host, they would miss the invite. And that's true. So I do want them to be important, and I want you to see them. But I don't want to clutter up that tab with too much stuff not related to the TNT community. So what I'm going to try to do is when I get the updated list for the open invites, I'll put one notice on there that's kind of a pretty one that shows you here's the most updated list over there, as well as I'll have an updated list here. And it's already in here now. And then the ones that people are already sending me little notes, but if they would send me the email, I'll get that information updated on what's in here. And then tomorrow I'll put a little note, you know, tomorrow or Tuesday, I'll put a note on the community tab with the updated list. But I'm thinking that I don't want those green pictures with me talking about YouTube strategy on my community channel, on my community tab. What are you guys' thoughts about that? So what are you guys' thoughts about that? Because I'm really trying to be consistent and try to be engaging with the people that are there for traditional homemaking. So I'm trying to show whatever I'm doing related to traditional homemaking. Typically right now is cooking. I haven't done much cleaning stuff lately, but I'll get back to that soon. Probably the first of the year, I'll have like a cleaning series coming on. But right now, so what are you guys' thoughts about that? Because I was looking at my community tab and I thought, oh, I didn't post very much last week because I was trying to work on my Thanksgiving video. So then I thought, oh, well, then there's one here for the YouTube talk. And then there's another one that might be related to that. And I thought, okay, I don't want to have a bunch of posts together. I don't want to have more than one post a week on related to YouTube Talk. And if I do, I better have a bunch of other posts related to the TNT community. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? But yeah, Danielle, if the person isn't subscribed to the host, they would miss the invite. And the way that the YouTube posts what's on the community tab, I think is very interesting. Those posts just kind of pop up on a home screen and in other places. They pop up differently than a video. So I like putting a post on the community tab. So I really do. So Cheryl is agreeing with me. She says it's true because, you know, my TNT channel has nothing to do with YouTube Talk. And it may confuse my viewers. And like, for example, today, so I thought, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to post, the picture of the peach cobbler. And I'll just put a little note in there and just let you guys know, here's the link for tonight's show. And that's all I said. Well, here's the link for tonight's show. And for my traditional homemakers, you know, you might want to check out this peach cobbler video. Well, one of my ladies says, oh, this peach cobbler looks amazing. I can't wait to see the tonight's show. And I thought, I wasn't clear that the link to tonight's show was for the YouTube creators. So I edited it and said, YouTube creators, here's a link for YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. And then traditional homemakers, this video is not for you. You want to look at this one. And I'm thinking, that's confusing. So, and then Carol says, can I post on Instagram? And I'm like, oh, Carol, it is just so hard to post on Instagram. So Carol likes the one that Mary likes the one that I did this week. Once I edited and had the correct language in it, I think it worked out. Because I want those images to all reflect the TNT community. So I'm going to try to stop using those green background photos, which I know you guys know that, okay, I see that. I know it's for YouTube Talk. But I have to like, you know, make sure that my community tab is clean for my TNT people, because you know, that's where my bread and butter is. Whereas I have 250 subscribers on this channel, really there's probably only about 30 of us that consistently jump on. It's like our little group, and you know, we get together every week and we talk and we make strategies, and you know, yeah. So, and I don't want to confuse my audience. So So she agrees with Cheryl. And when Cheryl said, yeah, that YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan has nothing to do with the TNT channel. So, and then IG, it's all I can do to keep up with the community tab and YouTube. So, but I'll try to do a better job of making sure I've got a good message. So what I'll do is I'll just make the post, like I'll just continue, you know, for YouTube creators, this is a link for YouTube Talk, traditional homemakers, watch this one. And the image that I'm going to show will be the image for traditional homemakers, unless it's something really special. But I'll put the link first for us. Because, yeah, I got to think about the TNT people first. So, oh. So Carol said, can I set up a premiere for the Sunday show? No, because a premiere is a live streaming of a video. So it shows up as a live, but it's not really live. A premiere is a video that has already been filmed and edited and uploaded. And it rates as a live because I could sit and watch it just like I'm watching myself here. And I can leave comments and I can talk about it. But I can't do a premiere for that kind of a live show. So no, I can't do a premiere for a live show. You can't. And I can't do a premiere for YouTube Talk. So yeah, you can't. So Cheryl, that's a no. You can't do a premiere for YouTube Talk because YouTube Talk is a live show. So even though premieres count as live, they're not really live. The only live thing about it is that I'm watching the video at the same time you're watching the video. So think about it as if you went to a Hollywood premiere. And so they're showing the movie for the first time and everybody's watching it. But also the actors in the movie will be there in the audience watching it too. And then they can take questions after the video or the movie is over. That's what a premiere is. It's like the video has already been shot, filmed, edited, and uploaded. So let's say I'm hosting a premiere and I forget to show up. Well, you guys can still watch the video without me there. I just won't be able to comment and chat with you. So yeah, I can't do a premiere. But that's why I try to consistently post the notice on my TNT channel, because so many people miss it if I don't. For some reason, they don't seem to get the notification. So that's why I put it there. So know that if you miss the notification, you can always look on my TNT channel and I will have it on my community tab. But the image will no longer be the green image with, you know, the little green image and whatever our title is going to be. It'll be whatever I'm doing on YouTube that week on my TNT channel. And in the note that I put up, I will give you the link for, I'll figure it out, kind of like I did today. All right, ladies, it's been, oh my goodness, it's been almost an hour and a half. I think this has been a good show, though. I like this. I mean, I really felt like I got a lot out of Nick's video today. And then the last 3 videos have just all worked so well together. It's just really been, it's given me an epiphany. So I've really been trying to think and do things differently. So I'm really glad that we've been on the stretch that we've done. So, hey, Ardeen, it's good to have you. So, you know, how many days ahead can you post notice of the live video? I don't know. I can probably notify 2, 3, or 4 days ahead of time. I usually just do it that same day. Yeah, I usually do it the same day, but you can certainly do it like, you know, several days in advance. So I suppose I could do that. But again, I still have to put the notification. I put the notification that I send out, I put that on my TNT channel. But I suppose if I put the notification up on my YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan the day before, maybe you'll get it sooner. Because some people said they haven't been getting the notification. So Carol said she gets the notification. Carol said she gets the notice to watch in 30 minutes, and that's great for her because that lets you know I'm having a show. Well, you guys know I'm having a show every week. I'm having a show every Sunday at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Sunday, I'm going to be here. Now, if you guys jump on and it's been 10 minutes and I don't show up, something is wrong. Either I've had an emergency in the family or my computer crashed and today it was so windy with the trees and everything blowing. My husband's like, we might lose power tonight because it was that bad. So I thought, well, if we lose power, then they'll know that, you know, something happened. But I'm going to be here every Sunday night at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless some emergency has happened or, you know, so I could either be sick, I've had a family crisis or whatever. Otherwise, I'm going to be here, or I'm going to leave you a notification that I'm not having a show. So, yeah. So, hey, Ordine, we're wrapping it up now. We're just getting ready to jump off. But, yeah, so, but I'll make sure, I'll try to get the notifications in the day before. Let me try to do that. We'll try to do that. I'll try to get the notifications submitted the day before. Then that way, you'll see it. Then I don't know if it'll notify you again or not. But if the notification comes in the day before, if I get the show set up the day before, I can still put the link on Sunday night for tonight's show. All right, ladies, let's wrap this up. I will, check the link check the description box. I've got all of the collabs in there already. Somebody though was just saying they have the Daughters of Destiny looks like are doing a new one, and somebody else was doing a new one. They said they will send me the email so that I can get that on the list. And then don't forget about the different channels that were suggested that we check out for their great end screens or the way they end their videos and that kind of thing. Okay? All right, ladies. I will see you next week. Bye.